The Summers family was prominent in West Virginia politics. George Summers had an illustrious public career. He was elected to the Virginia legislature in 1830 and to Congress in 1841. Family tradition states that Lincoln had asked him to be a running mate when he ran for the second term as president. Because of his wife's illness, George Summers rejected the offer. The Summers house, part of the farmstead along the Canal River near Winfield, West Virginia, is a multi-part structure with agricultural evidence indicating the construction date during the first quarter of the 19th century. The physical evidence is consistent with oral history, which gives the building date as 1812. The Summers house has a particular significance. It utilizes two important types of construction in the form of log and plank modules, both of which display expert workmanship. The central stairs and entrance hall divides the interior of the house. You will notice that the house is divided. One side of the house is made of logs, and the other is constructed by what is called plank construction. The log part of the house is to the right as you enter, and the plank construction part are to the left. This is a replica of the old Zion Lutheran Church, which was originally located about 2 miles south of New Haven, West Virginia, in the community of Broad Run. It was the first Lutheran church west of the Allegheny Mountains, and it was one of the older churches in the area. A group of Lutherans from the Shenandoah Valley moved into the community around 1800s. The Zion Euthan congregation was organized in 1806, and for a while they would meet in people's homes. When it was built in 1815, there was still a danger of Indian raids in the area. So the pioneers, realizing that the Indians' raids may come while they were in church, put a balcony in the church so they could see, and the women and children sat in the balcony. The men and the bigger boys sat down on the first floor level on benches like those slabs you see. They brought their muskets to church and put them in a musket rack like the ones you see at the front door. The original church had only one door on the front and no windows, but we knew that we were going to have large groups from time to time, so we put in extra doors on this floor and also windows. The upstairs is approximately the same as the old church, except we did not cut portholes in the logs. The Point Pleasant Register, then a weekly paper, was housed in a small framed building. When editor George W. Triplett began printing this paper March 6, 1882. He published the paper for more than 40 years. The masthead listing Triplett as the editor and proprietor indicated the Daily Register was started in 1895. In 1904, Maryland Medical College of Baltimore conferred upon Dr. Milton J. Lillian Sr. the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Dr. Lilly's first practice was in the coal fields of West Virginia, where he was the company doctor for the Pocahontas Coal Company in McDowell County. Here he met and married a young school teacher, Rita Moore, of Roanoke County, Virginia. In July of 1908, Dr. and Mrs. Lillian, with their infant daughter, moved to Upland Mason County, where he was to take over the practice of Dr. James Rousey, who was moving to Huntington, West Virginia. He established his home in the community, raising a family of 7 children, and lived there until his death in 1967.